Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the 220th episode of Twisted Strands. My name is Jeannie, but you can call me JD, which is pretty much my name everywhere on the internet. And this is the post-Rhinebeck episode, and it's not going to be very exciting. I mean, I had a great time at Rhinebeck, and the thing is, I didn't really buy any yarn, fiber. All I bought was 3 bottles of wine from the same winery, Red Cat Fizz, 2 bottles of that, and 1 bottle of their white sangria, and yeah, they're all very good and tasty, and hopefully they'll last longer than normal. Okay, sorry about that. Having to resplice this damn video again. I don't know what's up with me in recording. It seems to be an ongoing issue with me having my computer or iPad screw it up, and sorry for that. Hopefully I will be able to use iMovie, which I'm not really pleased with the new updates in the Macintosh OI, whatever the fuck it's called. God, I'm so frustrated with the Macintosh new systems. I don't have my old favorite standby of iMovie anymore. It is all new because the old version doesn't work with this system. Yeah, so that's not a happy thing. Let's concentrate on happy things. There's so much shit going on in the world. So there you go. Anyway, yes, Rhinebeck was a real treat. My main reason for going was people, trees, wine, and some heddles for the table loom that someone graciously gave me. I don't know if you watched, but your name is Linda, and I am very thankful to have you in my life. And thank you. Anyway, yeah, so I got all of those purchasing things. I ate a huge ass cream puff, all sorts of good stuff, and got to meet more podcasters, and yeah, so it was a good day. I'm finally no longer sore. I walked around on Sunday as if I had shot myself in both feet. It was so bad. Yet another reason to get back into shape, as if I ever were. This episode is not brought to you by any of the fine wines or any good beer. It's seltzer. Because my stomach is being a jerk, and that's all. So anyway, got a magazine review. It was a toss-up when I did ask people for either Ply or one of the knitting magazines. I'll do the knitting magazines next week. And I've got some finished objects and 1 whip. Well, 2 whips, I guess you can call it that. And some finished objects in cross stitch and knitting, and I think I already repeated myself. Sorry for that. Anyway, let's start with the fun stuff. The finished things. Oh, here we go. I put everything in a box. I refuse to record on my iPad. It just looks so weird, and for some reason the background gets all wibbly wobbly, and I don't want people to get sick watching my show. So anyway, happy to say that I did finish the cute little baby cardigan. These are not the final buttons. I do not like these buttons on this. I do like the sleeve length, even though it will go up her arms a little bit. But I was worried about running out of yarn, and it turns out that was a non-problem. So, because I found another damn skein of the yarn. It's Plymouth Encore, and I made one sweater for myself, and I can't get rid of it. I can't. I still have a skein left. Maybe I'll make some scarf or something. Anyway, can you see the little owls? The pattern has problems. It's the hoot cardigan. Let me check my notes real quick so I can get the designer. I don't think she designs anymore anyway, so no big whoop. Brenna Kotar is the designer of this, and it really is cute, and I love the placement of the cables. It's just she could have been more specific. For instance, did not give me any information on what to do about the sleeves, except to do the garter stitch cuff. Seriously, you can't give a person the length the sleeve should be? Ugh. Anyway, yes, I used some scrap yarn that I had that I thought would be bright enough to make the eyes really pop out, and I'm really pleased with it. I'm gonna wash it. First I'm gonna replace the buttons with something that I bought from Etsy, and then I'm going to wash it, photograph it, and send it on its way. It is going to a baby cousin that got bornded a few months ago. She's only about 2.5 months now, and she's a really cute, sweet baby, and I want to wish the parents all the best. And I also finished something in such a short amount of time. It's by Subversive Stitches, and it's a kit that I bought, and I don't know if Bridget even has time for watching the show, so I'm gonna show it. It's for Christmas for Bridget, okay? So if you know her really well or something, don't tell her it's for her, okay? That's why I think I showed it on Instagram only, and only in the Cross Stitch and Discuss group on Facebook. But here it is. I finished this in less than 2 days. I'm so pleased with this. I do love Subversive Cross Stitch designs. She cracks me up all the time. I bought her book and it was awesome. And so let's go on to whips. Now, I don't have a lot of knitting or crochet whips. I just have the one thing. I'm trying to focus on stuff for my craft fair offering, and this is what I'm working on right now. It is a toddler's elf hat, and it's all single crochet, and I've reached the decrease, and let me tell you who designed it. Baby Elf Hat by Nancy Anderson. So really I am using yarn, mystery yarn, but I know it's acrylic. It feels like Karen Simply Soft up here, and I know that this is Encore DK on the bottom. So I'm just kind of fudging. I kind of fudged it. What can I say? It's easier for me to fudge things in crochet than in... I like the drawing she tells you to use for this. I hope I'm doing it right. It seems like it'll be a child size, because it sure as hell isn't fitting me. So this is going to be offered. It's going to be long. You'll see it next week. Hopefully I will be done with it next week. And I cast this on simply to have something to knit just in case of emergency at Rhinebeck. And this is a really simple pattern. I'm using Shuffle Ambiente. Anyway, there's that. So, what was I saying before about QuickTime quitting on me? QuickTime, you're pissing me off. I hope it's not a memory problem, because that's what stopped me from being on the damn iPad. Anyway, so Shuffle Ambiente, this is the very start of it. I only cast on Friday night, so it's really just, I'm almost done with the ribbing, but it's got all these beautiful colors from fall, and I really like the colors, and it's really pretty. And I did bring the copy of the pattern with me, didn't I? Of course not. Anyway, it's just the very beginning of it, and I took along in a little bag that I got from a store during a yarn tasting, yada yada. And now we're on to cross stitch. I keep thinking of going to spinning, but then I see my looms and I want to weave, so apparently I'm on the weaving kick now. So right now it's a disaster of a project, but I'm still going ahead with it. I'm trying to make placemats for my beloved dad. So I somehow got the yarn on the table loom, and everything's in place now, and I'm just threading the little heddles, and then I'll put it through the reed, and then I'll attach it to the apron, and I'll start weaving. And naturally I plan on sharing pictures with you on Instagram, Facebook, etc. This is a piece that would have been done if I hadn't destroyed the only piece of thread that I got in the color that I needed. So I had a beading accident with this beautiful Mill Hill Cavalera. As you can see, it's like 3 simple bits and it will be done. And it's a Mill Hill kit. Yes, I figured out the beading well enough, I think. Can you see it? Can you see it? I want to get it to focus. Oh, that's good. That's good focusing. Blurry genie. Anyway, got plenty. My my crafter's waypoint needle minder fell off because it's nothing but paper that is being stitched on. So I'm nearly done with this. I'm waiting on a 1, 2, 3 stitch order that is just in limbo. I have no idea what's going on with them. So blah. So that's all the finished objects. That's all the whips that I've got. Of course there's going to be more. Gonna keep going and going. In between job applications, of course. Yeah, the job search isn't going so hot, but isn't going so well. So I'm beginning to get all frustrated and depressed about it, and there's not much I can do other than my best, and I'm not sure I'm doing my best or whatever. Let's go on to Stuff and Junk and cheer up Jeannie, shall we? First, I've been watching a lot of mindless comedy, a lot of the cartoon Archer, a lot of Tosh Boy No, Father Ted, and I believe it was Sunday or yesterday that they had, the Sci-Fi Channel is having all these horror movies that they're playing, and I watched a lot of movies in this wrong turn. Yeah, wrong and then turn, and yeah, wrong turn 5, the beginning, wrong turn 4, wrong turn, yada yada. I was getting tired of it, because there's only so much of one franchise that I can take before I decide I need to watch some knitting podcasts. So, that's that. I have been watching some Turbo Knitter. I love me some Kenneth Turberville. And Keena Edwards, who needs to record a fucking episode already, woman. I know you're on vacation right now, but get to it. She does the She's Crafty podcast. And we swapped. She gave me some glorious spooky city yarn that she spun, and in return I'm sending her a pattern and a loop bat that I don't know why I bought. I figured it was only fair to give her fiber in return to spun yarn, right? And we all know how nice loop bats are. Wow, it's letting me record. Holy crap. Watch it cut off now. So, anyway, before I get to the... Oh god. Oh, is it gonna fall? I've got a yarn bowl there because it's attached to the crochet hat. We went to a bookstore yesterday. A used bookstore. And you know that really flips my switch. So, I almost asked my dad to purchase a book about double weaving on 4 or 8 shaft looms, and then I saw the price because it was the special out of print edition, and I thought to myself, holy shit, this book is really cool looking, but it's $100 used, mint condition, beautiful. And I hope they paid that person a decent amount of money for it. I'm not sure if they did or not, but believe me, I did not ask my dad to buy it. So these are the 3 books I did come away with, though. I found Storybook Crochet, and this is adorable. Love it. It's dolls with the outfits. Knitting from the Top by Barbara Walker. Now, I was never thinking of, wow, let me get this, I gotta find it, but I really respect Barbara Walker's work, and I have her stitch dictionaries, all 4 of them, pardon me, all 4. So, yes, I wanted to add this to my book collection, and I will eventually read it and see what that's all about. Then I found this. Now, so I might need a new recording program because this is sucking it so hard. Anyway, like I was saying before, I also got this book, which is awesome because I have small Asian ball jointed dolls, BJDs, and it's got so many amazing little patterns. Hey, it's a little old-fashioned, who cares? This one especially Halloween-y. So cute. So it's mostly for dolls that are 7.5 to 9 inches or 8 inches. So I think it would be really easy to make these dresses and outfits suitable for my little tiny dolls, which is what a 7 to 9 inch doll would be in the BJD world. This is Millicent. I'm not sure if you've ever met her before. She is a tiny anthropomorphic hybrid, which means she is more than one piece and her eyes are wonky. I hope that doesn't gross anybody out. It's really silly looking to me to have her eyes so wrong, but I haven't been playing with my dolls lately. But anyway, she's really sweet. She was painted by a very talented young lady that is in my group. And it's hard to get her to look right for you. Hello. Anyway, her name is Millicent the Magnificent. And she wears 8-inch doll clothing pretty well. No, she doesn't have a tail. No tail. So I plan on eventually making some really sweet clothing out of this book, and that's is what I purchased. Doll clothing books and a book by the venerable Barbara Walker. So that is the book purchases. And now here's the ply review. It's all about boucle. Now this is the only drawback to this otherwise wonderful magazine. When they do an issue, it's all about that one damn thing. And as always, I'm going to be straight with you. I can't stand boucle yarns. This issue has no interest to me. I mean, if I don't want to knit with boucle yarns, I'm not going to spin them. So it doesn't even matter that usually when I want to try a technique noted in this magazine, I have to be careful because I don't understand a lot of the things about twist and ply and all that shit. I find it difficult. But see, if you want to learn about boucle, this is what you want. This will teach you how to do it, no matter what your area of expertise. I will say they do have weaving. They've been doing more weaving about it, and that almost makes me want to use boucle that I have, what little there is of it in my stash, to make something. Maybe I will just weave a scarf. But anyway, it's got a few projects. It's got several techniques by breed, by technique, spindle, wheel. You know, it's got a cowl. It's got a blanket. The woven item is a blanket. There's even a freaking hat. But personally, this is an issue I could have done fine without it. I just don't have an interest in boucle. I'm not sure if I'm willing to do a giveaway with it, but this might be leaving soon. If you really, really want to learn about boucle, send me a message via social media and we'll talk. Maybe you can trade me something like another issue of magazine or something. I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. I'll do the Knit Simple. Is this what I was gonna do? Yes, we'll do Knit Simple next week. Frankly, I haven't really looked at it. So, and I'll look for the Knit Scene. I don't know where the fuck I put the Knit Scene magazine. My life is a little fractured right now. I don't know what's going on. But that's life. Blah. Anyway. What else is there? Not much. I'm just so thankful for people like Alexis and her mom, who I keep forgetting the name of. I am so damn sorry. I think it's Carol. Sorry. And the other sweet people. I met up with Sharon, who does her podcast, which is, it's under her YouTube account. Bullocks. Anyway, let me look this up really quick, because I don't want to say it without meaning it. And oh god, I hope it doesn't stop fucking recording again. God, it pisses me off. Can you tell? I do not know what is up. QuickTime recording's ass, but it's gonna have to stop. Anyway. Oh, Bronx Knitter, I think. Let me look that up. Yes, Bronx Knitter. That's Sharon. Sharon, let me tell you, I already subscribed to you, and now we're following each other on Instagram, and that is awesome. So, yay. And the other wonderful person, She Spins is the name. I'm looking it up right now because I'm an ass that didn't look up. Seriously. I told you I was fractured. Little broken, a little bit dumb feeling, and you know what depression is like. You read about it. You're probably educated, wonderful, awesome people. Yeah. I don't want to waste your time, but it's under She Spins, and she was really sweet, and it was such an honor to meet everybody. Stephen Waters, Diane, who used to have a podcast, Knittables, and everybody. It was so awesome to see you. Oh, and the Knit One Geek 2. Love your podcast, which was more often, but it happens. Oh, when I finally met the twin set ladies, Ellen, not Ellen, Jan, and yeah, and Ellen, duh. I'm fine, really. Anyway, let me end it before I tick off anybody else. And yeah, that's it. Let me mention everybody I thought of, and yes, I think so. Whew, boy. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, watching, and please click that subscribe button now if you haven't. I'd appreciate it. I will talk to you in about a week. And leave you with my favorite part, being words. Thank you so much. I love you guys and gals and undecided. And whenever you're doing crafts, you're making the world a more beautiful place. And for that, I thank you. Bye-bye.